Massey had always considered himself an ordinary diplomat in the Intergalactic Council, nothing more than a middleman who translated bureaucratic nonsense between species. His 28th birthday was supposed to be just another rotation around Earth's sun, marked only by a sad piece of synthetic cake in his quarters. He never expected the Queen of the Andromeda sector to acknowledge his existence, let alone give him a gift. The summons arrived at 0600 hours, delivered by a crystalline messenger drone that shimmered with impossible colors. Diplomat Massey Chen, your presence is required in the royal chamber immediately. The Queen wishes to honor you on your birth anniversary. Massey's heart hammered against his ribs as he straightened his uniform. Queen Lysandra was legendary, a ruler who had united 47 warring civilizations and established the first lasting peace in galactic history. Why would she care about his birthday? The royal chamber was a breathtaking expanse of living architecture. Walls pulsed with bioluminescent patterns, and the floor seemed to be made of captured starlight. At the center, on a throne that appeared to be grown rather than built, sat Queen Lysandra herself. Her skin shifted between silver and gold, and her eyes held the depth of nebulae. Diplomat Massey. Her voice resonated through the chamber, warm yet commanding. You have served the Council with unwavering dedication for 5 years. Your translations have prevented 3 wars and saved billions of lives. Such service deserves recognition. Massey bowed deeply, his voice barely steady. Your Majesty, I merely do my duty. Humility. The Queen smiled, a gesture that made the room seem brighter. How refreshingly human. I have prepared something special for your birthday. She clapped her hands twice, and a doorway of light materialized beside her throne. 2 figures stepped through, and Massey forgot how to breathe. The first was tall and ethereal, with skin that resembled liquid mercury and hair that flowed like aurora borealis. Her eyes were vast pools of violet, ancient and knowing. The second was shorter, with a warrior's build, skin marked with geometric patterns that glowed softly amber. Her hair was a crown of what looked like living flames that didn't burn, and her eyes were sharp as cut diamonds. Allow me to introduce Annie. And the Queen paused dramatically. Annie. Massey blinked. Both of them are named Annie? A remarkable coincidence, Queen Lysandra said with evident amusement. The first Annie is from the Luminara species of the Gossamer Nebula. The second Annie hails from the Pyros collective of the Ember Worlds. They have volunteered to be your companions, guides, and protectors as you undertake a mission I am assigning to you. Mission? Massey's voice cracked slightly. The silver-skinned Annie stepped forward gracefully. Her voice was like music played on crystal instruments. Diplomat Massey, I am honored to serve alongside you. My people have studied your work. Your understanding of cultural nuances is extraordinary. The warrior Annie crossed her arms, her expression skeptical but not unfriendly. The Queen says you're worth protecting. I'll believe it when I see it. But I don't question Her Majesty's judgment. Despite her gruff words, there was a hint of curiosity in her diamond eyes. Queen Lysandra rose from her throne, and suddenly the chamber felt smaller, more intimate. Massey, there is a system in the outer reaches, the Tethys cluster. 7 species have lived in isolation there for millennia, unknown to the Council. Recently, we've detected signals indicating they're on the brink of total war. The kind of war that could tear their system apart and destabilize this entire sector. She moved closer, and Massey could see genuine concern in her ancient eyes. I need someone who can understand them, who can translate not just words, but intentions, fears, hopes. I need you. And because this mission is dangerous, I'm giving you the 2 finest individuals I could find. Any of Luminara will help you understand the spiritual and emotional dimensions of these cultures. Any of Pyros will keep you alive while you do it. Massey looked at the 2 Annies. The Luminara Annie smiled gently at him, an expression of encouragement. The Pyros Annie gave him a curt nod, as if assessing whether he was worth the trouble. Your Majesty. Massey said slowly, this is an incredible honor, but I'm just a translator. I'm not a hero or an adventurer. No, the Queen agreed. You're something better. You're someone who listens. Someone who understands that every species, no matter how alien, has the same fundamental needs: to be heard, to be understood, to be safe. She placed a hand on his shoulder, and he felt a surge of confidence he'd never experienced before. Besides, she added with a conspiratorial smile, I couldn't very well let your birthday pass without proper celebration. A cake seemed insufficient for saving billions of lives. Two extraordinary companions on an adventure that could save billions more? That seemed more appropriate. The Luminara Annie laughed, a sound like wind chimes. She's been planning this for weeks. Her Majesty is quite sentimental about birthdays. The Pyros Annie smirked. She made us practice our entrance 17 times. Queen Lysandra looked slightly embarrassed, which somehow made her more remarkable. Well, presentation matters. She turned back to Massey. So, Diplomat Chen, will you accept this mission? Will you accept this gift? Massey looked at the two Annies again, one ethereal and wise, one fierce and protective. He thought about his small quarters, his synthetic cake, his ordinary life. Then he thought about billions of lives hanging in the balance, about 7 species on the brink of destruction, about the chance to do what he did best on the biggest stage imaginable. He straightened his shoulders and met the Queen's eyes. Yes, Your Majesty. I accept. The Queen's smile could have lit a solar system. Excellent. Your ship leaves in 3 hours. Oh, and Massey? She gestured, and a small package materialized in his hands. This is also for you. A proper birthday cake. Chocolate. I'm told it's a human favorite. As Massey left the royal chamber with the two Annies flanking him, one already discussing the philosophical frameworks they'd need to understand alien cultures, the other already planning security protocols, he couldn't help but smile. This was definitely going to be his most interesting birthday yet.